So I have some more of the healthy food I got from the Health and Wellness Fair. As I opened it, I could smell the mint for this bar. Yeah, I thought the two cereals would be different, but apparently not. I was able to fill this bottle with Pepsi. From another event I went to. Though I did spill some of the Pepsi because that's a pretty small opening from pouring a bottle with a similar opening. These cookies are from the Lunch and Learn. I also got partial 2 liter of Wegmans Cola from the leftovers. I was actually given this bag by someone who worked in the area. The event took place in Hartwell from 12:30 to 2 p.m. I barely made it in time because before setting off, I decided to go to Broadway real quick. This is the pumpkin seed bar with dark chocolate. And this is the truth bar with mint and probiotic. I unlocked this area. The thing with this, though, I'm only willing to give so much. And I have no idea what goods I would be getting. I have more than 1,000 gold. Due to a community gift. I made this shortly before I got here at the Union. Now let's get Crayola. Even with the hairdryer on the highest setting, it took effort and patience to melt the Crayola crayons like I did. And it isn't really possible to make something exactly like that twice. I couldn't play music from my phone as I was walking from the Union to Eagle. Because this is precious cargo to me, this artwork I made at the Union. I put a yellow crayon here, a raspberry crayon here, a pink crayon here, and a red-orange crayon here. And this is the orange crayon. Before going to Brockway, I went to my criminology class. Which helped me to complete the reading quiz for that class this week. And I got a perfect score on it. I generally do very well on the reading quizzes because they're open note and you have unlimited time as long as you finish it before the due date. And you can save it and come back to it. You can save your answers and come back to the exam so you don't have to wait until you're completely free. I did this on a day where I ushered first stupid effing bird. It was a great performance. Chatting with my fellow staff, helped me to think about going to the box office, even though all the slots are currently full, doing work there. And gave me the dream of being head usher. I remember that I had 4 cream puffs to end the meal at Brockway. I had a piece of chicken, a piece of haddock, I have plastic silverware, but not really any cups or plates within my dorm room. That was included with the Roomify I got, but that was only during my freshman year. Basically, my very first semester. For the appropriations committee meeting, we went over the budget. Okay. After the lunch and learn, I pretty much immediately went to the union so I could do some work for BSG. I worked on the Open Educational Resources brochure, and I really enjoyed the progress I made on it. Though I struggled to stay awake a bit, for some odd reason. Then I went to the Senate meeting. Where we voted to approve 4 applications that were filtered out to us for court justices and a new communications coordinator, and a vote to approve the debate club constitution. I asked 2 questions for everything. It would admittedly be very difficult to remember all of them. Exactly. It was one of my most active attendances at a Senate meeting. And then again, it was also one of the longest Senate meetings we ever had. In the conference room where we had the appropriations meeting, and I had to leave early to go usher, I wrote a quote by Obama. We choose hope over fear. That's how it starts, but the future is ours. We just have to make the choices that'll shape it into something better for us all. The future isn't something out of our control. In my research class, that was from 10:10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We talked about basically things that could make the results of an experiment questionable. Both internal validity and external. As I was going from my research class to the death penalty class, I found out I could get there at 11:09 if I were quick enough. Though it was grueling enough getting there, pretty much just as the clock on my phone changed to 11:10. And class starts at 11:15 a.m. By the time I'm going down the stairs to get to the front door of Hartwell, it's 11:01. By the time I'm leaving Hartwell, it's 11:02. Then, by 11:05, I'm typically at the tunnel. And then by the time I'm at the entrance to Tunnel South, where I have the criminology and death row classes, my death row class is before my research class. My criminology class is after my research class. It's 11:08 a.m. So 11:09 a.m. is definitely possible, but probably not worth it. This is while I'm carrying my backpack with all my textbooks for the whole semester. Plus a little notebook to take notes in. That's already, I think, 60% filled. Finally, in our death row class, we lost some minutes because the door had been left locked. I was the first to discover this because I'm typically the first one to go to that class. I've gotten there as early as 7:30. Well, actually, I don't think it was that early. Maybe around 8 I got there. I have no idea of the opening time of Tunnel South. I think I once got there at 7:30 and the door was locked for the building in general. So then I had to wait until 7:45 or something. I'm not sure. So I had to work on my criminology reading quiz in the hallway right outside the door to our death row class. And for our death row class, we watched a documentary that I had already watched, but there's nothing wrong with watching it again. Death Row, the final 24 hours. We haven't finished watching the documentary, but definitely enjoying the parts we saw so far. It's pretty insightful.